Hello YouTube, it is Champion DJ Cake back at you again with another weekly episode, and of course we've got some pretty cool stuff to take a peek at. Actually some really cool stuff today. Really cool stuff. I got a box in the mail from the good old Bay of Ease, which I just bought a couple of items because I was curious on a couple of things. So we got BBR, Alfa Romeo, Giulia, GTA. So BBR is essentially Mini GT. I think they're at least produced by Mini GT. Not sure exactly how it works out, but I know they're basically Mini GT. But Mini GT is making BBR 1/64 scale models. So BBR likely handles the licensing, maybe? I don't really know, but we got this to look at. Now, I only have one other BBR model, and they've been slowly coming out, because I think the only other one that came out is a Maserati MC20, which I have one of those. Now we've got this one here, this Alfa Romeo, to take a peek at. So I'm excited to look at that. Sticking with some oddball sort of brand stuff, we got a GCD here. I had to get one of these. This is a Volkswagen Golf, and I really just wanted one. An example of this casting, we've got it in green. One thing I will say about the GCDs, I really don't dig this packaging very much. Just the way it kind of hides the car almost. So I don't know if I really like that. But this is a Volkswagen Golf Mark IV, and we will take a look at that. It's in green. They've come out with this in several colors. I picked this one to get. And I don't know. I'm kind of glad I did it. The other one that I thought would be cool to get would be the red one. I thought that would be neat too, but I didn't. And then I had to finally get one of these. After many, many people have recommended this brand that I check out, I decided to get one. Now, it wasn't easy to pick one out. And the reason is they really haven't done that many cars or castings that I would have been really interested in. I went with a Honda NSX. And the reason why I went with the Honda NSX is because I don't have a good one in 1/64 scale that's not like the GT car. Mini GT made like the GT3, I think, whatever it is, version of the NSX, but no stock version of the car. So this would be a stock version of the Honda NSX, and we've got it here from LCD Models. So these are kind of pricey. They're not too bad. They're kind of on the par of like Inno64 as far as price goes. Something along those lines. But I had to check them out. Apparently these are licensed by Honda, and all of their models are licensed. So I had to check out one of these, and finally we get to. Alright, so those are the three items I got from an eBay seller. The next stuff, actually, almost the rest of this stuff I got from my buddy Jay, except for a couple of things I got from Dumas. So, from my buddy Jay, another kind of weird brand, Pop Race. I think I have one other Pop Race in my collection, and that's it. But now we've got two more. This is a Pop Race, and they're both Porsches, well, I guess. One's an RWB in yellow. I don't know what the deal is with Pop Race and licensing. I'm really not sure. So, someone else will have to help me on that one. Then we got the Singer Porsche, which I think the only other Pop Race I've got was also a Singer Porsche. I'm pretty sure. Hold tight. I think I got it right here, actually. I think this was a Pop Race. Yeah, I think this was right here, this Porsche. We'll keep it out, though. We'll take a look at it in comparison with that. Looks very close to, like, the Tetsuma casting. Anyway, so there's that. We got that stuff from Pop Race. Then we got two majorettes. Both of these Jay sent me. We've got the Pink Slips Porsche 911 Carrera. That's the last one of the pink slips that I needed, that I liked, that I thought I would want. We got that Porsche. And then we've got the Porsche Taycan Turbo S in this like blue color. We've got that. Pretty nifty. So we're going to look at those two. Then I got from him the Elite 64 Modified 69 Ford Mustang. This almost catches me up with Elite. Now, the only Elite car I will be missing is the latest one, which is the Audi, which I did not go ahead and buy. But I did, and I didn't buy this Mustang, obviously, when it came out, but we got it now. So we're going to take a peek at that. I decided to go ahead and get this one. He only charged me cost for it, so it's all good, and we're going to check it out. So I got this Elite 64 Hot Wheels in hand, because the Elite 64 line kind of growing on me. It's growing on me a bit. I kind of like it. I do. So I think I understand it, what they're doing, and I think I kind of enjoy it. All right, so moving on from that, another, like a hard thing to get, but another Hot Wheel is going to be Hot Wheels Boulevard. He found the latest Boulevard set in stores. So we got the Supra, we've got the 96 Honda Accord, we've got the 2023 Nissan Z. Yeah, that's right, I said Nissan, and the Porsche 935 in red. Very cool. And then finally, the 67 Ford Anglia Racer. Check that out. So we got a full set of the latest Boulevard. That is sweet. And then he sent me one other bonus one. And that would be this one, the 2020 Ford Shelby GT500. This is from a couple series back. And I need the rest of this set. I don't have any of it. I'm missing all of it. There is the van. That one I really want. The van, the Subaru Impreza, the Volkswagen Caddy, and of course the Super Silhouette Nissan Skyline. Never saw this set on the pegs at all. Never ended up getting it. I need the rest of it. So hopefully someday I'll be able to get it without, you know, paying out the nose. So there's that. All right. And moving on, we've got this guy, Custom Thunderbird, Johnny Lightning. So he sent me this, and he also sent me this weird thing. This is a Majorette. It appears to be like a Ferrari Testarossa, but I don't think it's really like licensed or anything. I don't know, it's weird, but this is a Majorette Speed and Jump. Speed and Jump. Weird, right? Weird Majorette. We're going to open it up. And then finally, I just got the last of what Dumas sent me. We've been trickling it in. But we've got some odd ones here. We've got the Metro Rail, Nash Metropolitan. We've got the unique Silverado tool, a Taco Bell car, Matchbox. We've got a Walmart exclusive 40s Woody. We got a Pontiac GTO, Treasure Inside Matchbox. And finally, a 1967 Pontiac GTO. So, we're going to take a look at that. We're going to take a look at all that stuff. What should we do for a thumbnail? I haven't been doing this actually lately, but we got, whoa, geez. Boulevard is definitely thumbnailable because it's like so difficult to find. Can I put those in one hand? And then, I don't know. What else should we do? Should we just stack up some Pop Race? I don't know, do something like this. Or, just drop stuff all over the place. How about that? Yeah, let's do something like this. Cool. All right. Let's flip the camera around. Let's take a look at the stuff up close. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start with the BBR model, Alfa Romeo Giulia GTA M. Is what that says, I think. I think that's what that says. All right. BBR, official licensed product for Alfa Romeo. I'm excited to look at this. I like Mini GT. You guys know Mini GT is pretty much my, one of my favorites, and they do a great job making toolings. So these are undoubtedly going to be cool. So I got one of the MC20s. Now I got the Alfa Romeo. I think that's the only BBR toolings that have come out so far in 164 by Mini GT. Now, I think BBR does have some 164 toolings that they've come out with on their own, but I think they're like resin models. I don't think they're die cast. but these are die cast. They come in a fancy box that looks pretty cool, and then we've got the casting itself. Very cool. So exactly what you would expect from a Mini GT. These are a little bit more expensive than Mini GT for whatever reason. I'm not sure if that's because of the licensing or because, you know, they're released by BBR. I'm not really sure. But these things do roll. They've got all those qualities that Mini GT has. They got like the rubberized mirrors. We've got a tire that needs to be put on the rim here though. We'll fix that. That's fixed. Lots of details up front. We got headlights, carbon fiber detail, some weird yellow thing right there. Is that supposed to be on there? Not sure. But all in all, it looks pretty good. Like, I wasn't too stoked about this model, so that's why I kind of delayed in getting it. Because the car itself doesn't excite me like too much. But I do think it's pretty cool, and I do like it. You know, it's a nice model. It's a nice representation of it. So we're going to go ahead and keep it. I'm going to probably get an example of every BBR tooling that comes out as they come out. That's probably how I'm going to collect that brand. I'm not going to get every, you know, everything that they put out, but at least one example of every tooling is probably the appropriate thing to do with them. All right, so there's BBR. Overall, though, I am pretty impressed with it. I would say it's nice. They're nice. It's a nice tooling. By the way, I'm kind of trying a different tripod today. We'll see how this camera angle works out. See how it looks. But it's tough getting the phone low enough. That's the trick. You know, to have this on the ground and have the phone low enough and then not have too much shake. But then I have to lift it up and then my hand shakes. So there's just no winning here. All right. We've got that. That's pretty neat. Let's move on. Let's go to Pop Race. Singer 964 with a wakeboard. Create your own race world now. Pop Race. So I don't know what the story is with Pop Race. It seems that they have some questionable licensing. I'm not really sure. Collector's model. I'm just kind of reading the back here. There's really nothing on them about licensing. So they come in this box. I'll go ahead and open it up. I wonder if this is that same tool. I'll know right away when I'm looking at it. Yeah, it is. Alright, so here is the model. Pretty sick, actually. Nicely done. Got a wire rack up top. Some detail on the bottom. It is metal on metal. That's pretty good. And then there's your wakeboards, I guess, or surfboards. I don't think I'm going to take those out. They're like taped into the packaging. We have to take them out, don't we? I just want to see. Do they just sit on top or do they actually slide through? I think they just sit on top. Let's see if we can get one out. I guess we can't get one out without getting both of them out. So these surfboards, would they slide through like that? No, I'm going to break this thing doing that. I guess they just sit on top. Oh, shoot. I mean, that's kind of lame. You know, because just, what's the point? We'll just leave it with the roof rack. It looks good with the roof rack. So we'll leave it like that. We'll put the little surfboards, wakeboards, what have you, back in this irritating package. All right, so we'll put it like that. I do like the packaging, I guess. I mean, it's a box. I like boxes. I like that it's got the little what have you in there that nestles in the car. It's an easy way to store the car. The roof rack looks nice. I mean, the casting itself looks pretty nice. It's just those surfboards don't really attach to the top at all in any way, so there's no way to secure them, which is unfortunate. I would rather have it just have them permanently attached, if that's how they're going to sell the model. But the Porsche looks nice. It does. All right. Moving on from that. Put that away. We'll put this over here. We got another Porsche. I should say like another sort of Porsche. This is a RWB 997. And again, I don't think this is licensed by Porsche. I'm pretty sure it's not. Or RWB for that matter. So I don't understand some of these brands. I just don't. So I'm not really sure on Pop Race what's going on with them. I know they make some really cool stuff. I just don't think it's all licensed. Ooh, boy. I'm sorry to say it. But this is bad. Like, it's just straight up not good. I mean, it rolls. For an RWB, that's a little bit odd. A lot of the times when you do an RWB model, it does not roll. The paint is way too thick on it. It doesn't really show, like, the whatever, the rivets or whatever that are holding on the fender flares very well. And then we've got, like, smeared lipstick on it is what that looks like. God, it's so hard to hold something still at the angle that I have to hold it at. I swear to God, I don't really have that shaky of hands. The problem is me trying to like reach where I have to reach to show it in camera. That's making it hard to keep my hands steady. I don't really like this one. Pretty plain on the bottom. I don't like the cut of the fender right there. I do like the fact that it rolls. It's got that going for it, which is pretty cool. But it just doesn't look right. The stance doesn't look quite right for it. I know that's probably necessary to make it roll. And then the other irritating thing is just seeing that immediately when I pulled it out is kind of, it just looks cheap. I don't know. I'm going to put that one right back in the package and forget about it for a minute. Yeah, not great. Not great. The Singer one's pretty nice. This one is, yeah. So I purchased these. These were extras from that my buddy Jay had bought. No big deal. I just don't really like that one. I think it's a little cheap looking and feeling, so it is what it is. All right. GCD, this brand. I've got a couple of GCDs in my collection. Last time we pulled one out was a Toyota 4Runner, and immediately the mud flap on it fell off. Speaking of quality issues. GCD, the only brand I know of that sends a microfiber cloth with their models for cleaning. So that is pretty cool. They also do not screw the models to the bases. They instead opt for a plastic piece that kind of nestles them in. They also come with a sticker thing like this, sealing them up, which we're just going to peel off both sides. It usually comes off pretty easy. We'll go ahead and get rid of that, and then open up the model. So my buddy Brian McCarthy, aka Bearded Mug Media, submitted this one, I think, to the 64 car tourney, or at least for sure the 32 car tournament on Instagram for Lamley. Hey, how you doing? There's me. Here's my weird tripod setup. You can kind of see. Not working out real good. Probably go back to something else. Volkswagen Golf Mark IV, GCD, scale 164. It's got one of those little metal plaques. I believe these are licensed. Not questionably so. I believe they are licensed proper. Oof, that could have been devastating. GCD is pretty neat because they're very premium. They have lots of little extra little bits and bobs you got to be careful with because you can knock them off easily. This is the front of the car with a headlight. We got details up there for rear view mirror and a rear wiper that appears to be very loose. So I touched it once or twice. I'm afraid that thing's going to fall out, and it might. I hope it falls out instead of breaks so I can fix it. But whatever, we're going to just try not to touch it anymore, I guess. I'm really trying hard not to shake here, because I'm like, this is like really like holding it like this is like I'm gonna have 6-pack of abs. I'm in like a yoga stance here, so very uncomfortable. No suspension on this model. I think sometimes they kind of have that. It does have the steering. Kind of a unique feature for them. So it locks in 2 places. You got just there, or 3 places. Straight up, turn in left, turn in right. So you can pose the car for a picture. That's kind of neat. And I may do that with this. But there's the steering mechanism on the bottom. It's all metal otherwise, except for some plastic pieces. We've got a highly detailed car here, and I quite like it. I like GCD. I think each model I've gotten, I really haven't been disappointed by any of them. There's been one where a piece fell off, and I had to glue it back on right out of the gate. I feel like this one almost did the same thing with the rear wiper, but it wasn't hard to do it, and I got it back on pretty much perfectly. And I think the quality of their models is really nice. So I can't say I wouldn't recommend them. They don't do a ton of castings. This might be one where I might want to try to get an example of every tooling, though. I don't know. I like too much stuff, but GCD is pretty awesome. All right. Pretty awesome. I mean, they're not my favorite, but they're really good. You get a lot of detail. They're kind of uniquely done. They got their own thing going on with the steering and stuff like that. All right, now this is the brand that has been like suggested and hyped, and people that collect detailed diecast have really said that LCD is something else. Like they really go a step above other detailed diecast models. So here's the first one in my collection. I don't know if this is NSX is perfectly representative of the entire brand, but it's the one I got because I thought it looked good, it wasn't too expensive, and they make a few cars, and not a lot of them excited me, but I did want a nice clean version of a Honda NSX or Acura NSX, and here we have it. So, NSX right here, kind of a metal, this is a metal inlay sort of thing on the plastic base. You saw the other packaging, it's pretty basic, but it's, your standard fare these days with an acrylic case. We've got Honda licensing on the back. These appear to be fully licensed models, and a brand I probably will pay a little bit more attention to now. We'll see how this goes. 1 screw on the base. Definitely dig that. I like the 1 screw. I hate when they do 2. The screw nub combo is the way to go. The screw is very tightly on. So the only thing about these LCD models, are kind of not that easy to like get. Super Mini Wheels has them on eBay. I don't know who else from the US has them available. We'll set that over there. All right, so the car doesn't roll. So if that's like a deal breaker for you, this thing really doesn't roll. It really doesn't seem like it's meant to roll. There's a little bit of turning in the wheels. The rubber tires feel very soft. Plastic base. So if you're a metal base fanatic, that's not going to be great for you either. Yeah, definitely highly detailed up front. Looks like they have a highly detailed interior. Looks to be a very detailed back end here as well. Other than that, I don't really see that much special about it. Somebody said that it had like, oh, it does have like a metal, look at that logo. It's actually a little cutout piece, like maybe an etched metal piece that they glued on, so that's why it's very sharp. It's not a print. We get details there in the rear view mirrors as well. There are brakes in there as well. It might be pretty hard to see, especially with me doing the yoga thing here. But, I mean, all in all, it's a very nice looking model. I can't say it's not. It's a really good, accurate representation of this Honda NSX, and I think they did a good job on it. Is it worth the price? I don't know. These things are like 25 bucks, I think. Somewhere around there, 25, 20. So right in line with your like Inno64, your GCD stuff, some Tomica Limited Vintage, you know, right in that kind of wheelhouse there. I like it. I think it's nice. Will I get another one of this brand? Yeah, probably. If they make a car that I'm excited about, that's what's going to cause me to purchase another one. I'm not just going to go out of my way to get one just to check them out, which is basically what I did with this. I went out of my way to grab an LCD model just to check out an LCD model. Maybe this isn't the best one, but it is pretty good. I do like the fact that those logos are not printed on. That Honda logo is actually like a metal etched piece. I'm trying to hold as steady as possible here. So that is pretty cool. Yeah, a little tiny thing. Does not roll. Again, plastic base. Again, so Inno64 nowadays has metal bases. And of course we know one of my favorite brands, Mini GT, has metal bases as well. A little bit less detailed. Maybe they don't usually have the brake stuff going on. But they do a fantastic job. All right, so verdict is still out, I guess. I think it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I think it's cool. I think it's nice. Is it better than any other premium brand, like some people have alluded to? I'm going to go with no, it's not. But it's pretty good, though, anyway. All right, let's move on to Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels Elite 64. The line that is just growing on me. I kind of want to just be a completionist with this now. Why? Why? What's wrong with me? Well, it's because I get it. I get it now. I get it. And what made me get it was looking at the Hot Wheels 100% line from back in the day. It made me understand this line a little bit more. Yeah, they're trying to make sort of accurate scale replica 64 scale stuff, right? It's not really trying to be true 164 or whatever. But they're trying to make these cars, but they're trying to still keep them Hot Wheels, right? So they're trying to still have the Hot Wheels flavor, but in a very detailed way. If that makes sense. It's kind of like what the Hot Wheels 100% line was. They weren't like accurate 100% scale replicas of cars per se, like stock vehicles. They were detailed, just more detailed Hot Wheels, which is what this is. It's Hot Wheels with extra steps, which I like, actually. We got that Ford licensing in the back. Of course, this is Hot Wheels, so of course it's going to be, it's got a twin turbo Ford Coyote motor in this beast, in this custom Mustang. So this one I was like, this is a goofy Mustang. I'm not going to get this, but now I like it. It's funny how your taste changes as time goes on. All right, so here she is. It's wild. It's just a massive body kit. Crazy looking Mustang. It's heavy. It's all metal. It's Hot Wheels. Pretty nifty. All right, so this one's got some removable bits. So lots of details on this one. The tires almost look plastic, but they are rubber. Of course it rolls because it's a Hot Wheels. So there's removable. I know there's something that's removable. I think there is. Is it the hood? Oh, the whole front end, right? There we go. So there's your detailed Coyote motor. So that's removable. Is there another piece that's removable? I thought for some reason there was more than one piece that you could take off. Maybe there isn't. Spoiler? Can you remove the spoiler? Can you remove the back end? It almost looked like you could remove the back end, but you can't. So it's just the hood, I think, that's removable. So that's the other thing. They all have like removable bits or like opening pieces or parts. And the way that they did them, is actually quite good. So, I don't know. I am liking the Hot Wheels 100% line. Or not Hot Wheels 100%, whoops. The Hot Wheels Elite line. Oh, our camera's crooked. I just can't win. Let's try another thing. We went to the drawing board on this one. Alright. It's cool. It rolls. It's very heavy, like extremely heavy. So it's satisfying to roll it around. Use it as like shuffleboard. It's heavy and have momentum. But quite like it. I think it's cool, actually. I hated this thing when it first came out. That's why I didn't buy it. But now I like it. The only thing that I maybe am not a big fan of with the Hot Wheels Elite 64, is the price point. They're a little bit too expensive than I think they should be. I think they'd be better off selling these like in stores. I know they'd probably take a hit on the margin, but and then selling them for a little cheaper. Maybe they wouldn't be able to do that for what they're selling for. I don't know. But these are, you have to buy them through the RLC website or Hot Wheels Collectors website. I don't know. I don't think you have to be a member to get them though. But you do have to order them online, which adds a shipping cost for everyone, and that makes these even more expensive to get. I don't think there's purchase limits on any of these when they make them. I think they're pretty much easy to get. I don't think they ever really like sell out immediately where they're hard to get, like an RLC release would be. So, I don't know. There is that. All right. We have to move on. I'm actually in pain. Trying to do this reach around thing here. All right, 2023 Nissan Z. We're in the Hot Wheels Boulevard now. We're just going to open up this whole set. And I'm going to have severe back pain when I'm done with this. Moving some cars out of the way. I feel like I'm going to knock them off here. All right. Boulevard. Hot Wheels Nissan Z. It looks okay. What does that say on there? The concept is racing. Is that the concept? Is it racing? Ugh. I don't like what they did up there. The old low-res printing quality decal stuff. Yeah, it's nasty. I don't know. It looks okay. It's blue and black. Different shades of blue and black. It's a Z. Looks alright. I don't know. It's okay. The Supra in like a TRD style livery with your stripes. Looks good, I guess. The only problem is dot matrix, low resolution graphics, which look like garbage, unfortunately. Look at the logo. Look at the Toyota logo. I'm like, yeah, it's almost there. It's like a bad tattoo, right? In my opinion. I mean, the concept, very cool, very nice. Might be something cooler that's similar looking to this, though, coming out maybe later in 2024. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Not, anyway, I'll just stop. But yeah, it's okay. It's alright. It's got that TRD thing going on. It looks alright. Undoubtedly, this 96 Honda Accord likely going to be the most popular in the set. Other than the Porsche and the Toyota Supra, I guess, would be very popular. Well, no matter what, it's Boulevard. They're hard to get. In my area, they're impossible. So, oh, I almost thought that... What is... Dude, I thought that was like molten metal. What? What is that? That's supposed to be the exhaust for this Honda Accord. And I thought it was like a glob of extra metal. So from the bottom, that doesn't look great. The back, it's fine, I guess. Honda Accord. This one, for some reason, looks like it has better style graphics on it. There's still that dot matrix thing going on, but it's not as insanely obvious. This thing rides really low, too. It's a cool car. It's a cool car. I can see why people like it. I like it. I think it's cool. I like the red, white, and blue. I think it looks good. And I think, obviously, it's a Honda. You Honda fanboys, you love your Hondas. And there ain't none of those going to be left behind. You find that one on the pegs, yeah, you're the first person to see the set then, if that's still left. For sure. Then, this one ain't getting left either. Honestly, Boulevard just never gets left, period. At least mostly it doesn't. I've seen, what did I see recently that I'm like, oh my god, why are people leaving this one? I can't remember what it was, but there was one casting left in all the Boulevard ones, just a ton of them. Alright, Porsche. The old 935. Or the new. I mean, this thing's pretty nice, except for the dot matrix printing. From afar, this thing's pretty awesome looking though. I love it. I like this casting quite a bit. The overall shape of this car I think is beautiful, and I'm a die-cast Porsche fan. I'm a big fan, so I like that one. And then we've got this one. This is probably going to be the peg warmer, unfortunately, the Ford Anglia. And it's cool. It's actually a really cool little car. And a really cool little livery. And it just looks really cool. Ford Race Team. Digging it. All the way around. Digging it. I like it. It's a weird little car. Copyright date 2023. This is brand new. And it's really awesome. So I am digging that. I think that's actually a really cool one. I like it better than the Nissan. I like it better than the Supra as well. Dare I say, I may actually like it better than this Honda. The Porsche is my favorite. I'm a little biased because I just dig, you know, Porsche 164 diecast. I collect a lot of it from a lot of different brands, so obviously I'm into that. But actually, this thing's, that's no slouch. That is really neat. And it'll probably get left behind. It'll probably be the one that people leave on the pegs. All right, and then the bonus. Hot Wheels Boulevard, this Mustang. This probably wasn't too popular one either. But there it is. 99 BP. It's funny because it's 99, but it's number 66. Or is it? Or is it? Bum, bum, bum. I don't know. Interesting observation, anyway. I need to get the rest of these, though. And that's going to be a bit of a tall order at this point. Because this was number 66. And we were up to like 88 or something like that. 89, 90. 90. We're up to 90. So there's a few in between there that I have, but then we're missing the set that this was in, unfortunately. One day I'll have it. No big deal. All right. I'm dying. All right. Porsche Taycan Turbo S. Major pain in my butt. Let's go ahead and open that one up. We got a box. I like boxes. Big fan. And we've got the car itself. Suspension, doors that open and shut. Inserted details for headlights that are part of the window piece, which Majorette does often and does it well. Suspension actually is really cool. Rubber tires, wheels look pretty good. The gap right here is a little excessive, which is unfortunate. Other than that, this casting looks pretty good. I'm a fan of Majorette lately. I really am. With the pink slip stuff that came out of Walmart and then the other stuff, I've been a big fan, actually. So I picked up quite a few of them. I've got still a bunch I got to show. I just haven't shown yet. So, and a lot of them are from the Pink Slips line, or some of them are from the Pink Slips line. But this one I have not seen on the pegs yet. So when this one has appeared, people have grabbed it. And it is the Porsche 911 Pink Slips in pink. You know, obviously, the pink cars that have been released in the Pink Slips have been the most popular. I think the only car, actually, I didn't pick up, let's see here, looking at the back, I didn't pick up that Mustang. I have the Audi. I don't know if I showed it yet or not. I can't remember. I did not pick up the Hummer, I don't think. So I left that one behind. I left the Mercedes behind. I think the only one I did pick up was the Audi. And I think I might have left behind, yeah, I left behind the Maybach as well. I think the only two I wanted were these two. I may grab that one eventually. The set before it, I think I grabbed pretty much the whole thing. This one I skipped a bunch of because I wasn't really that into it. But we got this pink Porsche. So let's check it out. I had commented before that I think it's stupid that they have the front open. And then someone commented, well, modern Porsche 9 whatevers don't open from the back. They don't have an opening back. Well, how the heck do you service the motor then? From underneath the car? Okay, fine. But there's still no point in opening up the front of the car. Like, there's nothing there. So just shut it. Leave it shut. It's a waste of an opening part. I think it's silly. And that's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. The doors, fine. And this is cool. I like this car. I like this pink Porsche. Suspension. Rubber tires. It rolls. Made in Thailand. Pretty cool. Digging that. Like I said, I just like having Majorette at Walmart. It's another option. It's another thing to get excited about when I see something new. And I don't think everybody's kind of clamoring to get them, so there's not as hard to find as some of the Hot Wheels stuff and all that jazz. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun having them there, I think. You guys, let me know what you think. All right. All right, we got this thing. And this thing is flipping weird. Real weird. I got to get some stuff out of the way here because we're gonna try to maybe demonstrate this. I think we're going to use some majorettes, actually. Okay. We've got a Speed and Jump by Majorette. Here's some different vehicles that it came with. Here's some instructions for usage. A bunch of steps. Okay. Well, we'll try it. We'll do our best. No way, dude. How cool are you if you're walking around with this on your belt? Dude, next diecast meet, local diecast meet, I'm going to be rocking the orange. All right, so this thing is straight up, not in English in the back here, straight up in French, straight off, which is it's Majorette, okay. I'm trying to find a date. Made in Thailand. Here's Ford trademarks. Here's the English bits. Scanning. 91. Closest thing I found to a date is in the very non-English portion of the writing. I don't know. You guys might be able to see it online. I can't. I can't see it. All right. It's one of those you can open from the back. We're actually not going to do that because I'm going to conserve this, I think, in some way, shape, or form. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do the old cut towards you because you have more control. Alright, blister removed. Here's the vehicle, which appears to be, it's a GT racing vehicle. I thought for sure, like top end, that's a Ferrari Testarossa. It's supposed to be. It's missing the vents on the side. It's got some weird monster livery. It's actually a plastic base, and something is not quite right with the back axle. This is just insane as it is. And then we've got this cool thing. Here's the thing where you can put it, I guess, in your pants or in your belt. We got a belt clip. Definitely going to be wearing that. I can't wait. It's going to be so cool. That must launch the car. Do we need to read? Oh, here's that belt clip again. Do we need to read the instructions? Well, there's nothing really to read, I guess. You take the top off. So you just remove it entirely? Oh, ouch. Freaking cut my hand. All right. Ooh, okay. Wait, up, down. Okay. All right. There's that. Then this goes, slides in here. Oh, baby. We got ourselves a jump. All right. What's this going to do? Oh, I blocked it with my hand. You want to see that again? Yeah, okay. I can see it working. Let me see if I can catch it. Almost. All right. So there's your speed and jump pod thing. Shoot a majorette. I can see that being fun. It sucks that it just doesn't flip from here. You have to do this and then flip it around and then slide it like that and then store it on your belt loop like a cool boss. When you're doing that, though, it stores the car. I think it's supposed to store the car maybe like that. Maybe not. Maybe you gotta cock it. Yeah, go like this. You don't accidentally shoot yourself. Doing that. Was it shot? Yeah, there we go. Cool dude, bro. All right, yeah. Speed and jump. Majorette. What a cool thing. Thanks, Jay. That's awesome. All right, moving on. Oh, what did he get me? Oh, he got me that Johnny Lightning. Where is that? I gotta twist and contort my body to get around to that. Here we go. Custom Thunderbird early Johnny Lightning tooling. Early Johnny Lightning toolings are weird. They come with a coin/pog thing. Maybe this is number 10,084 out of a million. And then here is the casting itself. So the castings are just strange. They're not, you know, they're kind of remind me of old Hot Wheels castings, the originals. They're not quite like replicas. They're made like really weird. They got a weird style to them. The Johnny Lightning one's got a weird style. It's kind of charming. It's kind of charming. It's not my favorite, though. This is a Thunderbird. It does have an opening hood. It does have plastic wheels. It rolls really good. This was meant for play and meant to race downhill. All of that stuff. So not made to be a replica, and that's obvious. But I think it's still very neat. So there's that guy there. All right, and then lastly, we got the stuff from Dumas. And I got 5 cars, and we're going to blow through them because we're kind of getting close to the end here of my tolerance for the position I'm holding. This is a Walmart exclusive 40s Woody. So that's interesting to have a Walmart exclusive from 2010. I didn't really know anything about 2010 Hot Wheels and that there were Walmart exclusives, but this is a Walmart exclusive color in yellow for the Woody. And it's got an extra bit up top that is actually removable. So you know what's cool about these surfboards is when you put them on here, as opposed to your Pop Race Singer model. Granted, they're not separate. They don't look as detailed, yada, 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 yada. But when you put them on, they stay on. and you can roll it around without having problems, or even like move it at all without having issues. So that's kind of cool. All right, treasure inside. We could win a pirate adventure, guys, for opening up this Pontiac GTO, which I didn't have this one. So thank you, Dumas. Skip right to the prize. Please tell me that's a temporary tattoo. Ooh, you know what? Double style points if I can wear this and then put that on my body as well. Put the Matchbox temporary tattoo on and wear our launcher from Majorette. And we are styling at, that'll just go really good with my fanny pack at the local Hot Wheels meet. Might have to do that. I probably won't, but maybe I will. All right, Pontiac GTO, made in Thailand, Matchbox. I have a few examples of this casting. I don't have this particular one. It's got those weird wheels from that era. They're like flowers. White interior. Looking okay. All right, moving on. Another GTO since '68. This is one of the weird GTO castings. I don't think they've really put out many of these convertible ones. So they did the '67 GTO like hardtop, but I don't think they put out many of the actual convertible ones. I don't think. I could be wrong, but the very few of these. 67 Pontiac GTO. This is in the since '68 series, which is kind of like the classics. It was metal body, metal base, plastic tires, no Spectraflame, but you got a semi-premium model, which they're kind of getting back into now with these series that we're finding at Walmart, like the Wagon series and the what was the other one? The Wagon series and the Porsche series. So it's a decent looking car. It's got, gold flake looking, looks like a gold top Les Paul color. Looks pretty nice. So there's that. All right. And then we got Larry's Garage series, Metro Rail Nash Neapolitan. So this car, I'm opening it one-handed so I don't have to reach. Well, we're going to struggle with it, actually. It's going to be slick. Free the piece. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So, Larry's Garage. The Nash Metropolitan is a real car. This is the Metro Rail Nash Metropolitan, which is like a drag racing version of a Metropolitan, which is pretty neat. Does it open? No, it doesn't. I thought for some reason it did, and it does not. It's got rubber tires. We have plastic base, metal body. It's blue with flamage. Looks okay. It's a neat, kind of unique casting. I'm kind of glad I have an example of it actually now, though. I didn't have an example of this. I knew it existed. I just didn't have one. And, I actually think it's kind of cool. I do wish it opened up like a drag car, though. Like you could pull the top up. Like a funny car or whatever. That would be cool. All right. And then lastly, Taco Bell. Unique Silverado tool with normal base. I don't know what that means. He'll explain that. I don't know why this is a unique Silverado tool with normal base, but it's getting opened. It's the Chevy K1500. I have a couple of the cars from the set, as you would know. Chevy Tahoe. I think I've got that one. I got the Corvette. I think I might have the Bel Air too. So this might be the last one in the Taco Bell series that I needed, if I needed it, which I didn't. But yeah, here's your K1500 with normal base. I don't know what that means necessarily. Maybe because it's not lifted. Maybe that's why it's unique, because all the other ones, the K1500s, all the ones I've seen have been lifted. I'm guessing that's because this is like a normal ride height, and that was a little abnormal for it. It's blue with white flames. And it is kind of cool, actually. So, no interior on this one. It's completely blacked out. So, There's that. All right, that's it for this episode. I'm going to need some ibuprofen because my back is killing me. Ugh. We're not doing that again. That's one thing we learned. This might be the highlight of the episode. It might be. Or it could be that. Or maybe this. I'm not sure. Which of these three brands, this is my question for you, which one of these three brands do you think holds the best value? They're all pretty close to the same price. Now, what's your favorite car? Which brand features are worth it? Let me know in the comments below. All right, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. As usual, I do appreciate it. Another long one for you. And yeah, we'll see you next week. I have some cool stuff lined up already. So see you then. Bye.